we refueled, we filled our jerry cans because the next bit is 600 kilometers before we reach another gas station. We got food, we got water. I think we're all up and running, and we're on these rocky tracks now. All ready to go. Although Jules seems to leave me in the desert, want to leave me in the desert. Never. Okay. Yeah. We're ready to tackle this bit of our adventure.
Without AC?
Yeah, without AC, because our AC, I think it needs Freon refilling. Normally, after that, it works again.
Get the AC blower motor cleaned or something. I have no clue.
Nah.
It's not blowing any cold air. Wow, and it's 32 degrees.
Jill likes to complain about
Well,
heat in the car.
I'm sitting the whole day in the sun because we're driving south and west. And Elske sits in the shade, so yes, I'm complaining.
Anyway, most people don't even have an AC, and we're complaining that ours is not working properly. I mean, we have windows. What's the big deal? But we're gonna try and see if we can get it sorted in Dakhla.
Bleep off.
We will try and get it sorted in Dakhla, and yeah, for now there's nothing we can do about it.
Complaining.
Anyway, yeah, so we left the tar behind us. We won't see tarmac for another 500 kilometers. I'm really looking forward. We found this one lonely tree, but very good for us for shade and some lunch. And look at that. No walking barefoot here, that will be super painful. The landscape is quite boring, but it will be cool if we can say we crossed from Smara to Dakhla in the end. Let's see how it will develop. This has been our review for the whole morning and afternoon, and I don't really think it will change much. There's really there's nothing here. It's pretty cool. It's the Sahara, and it's a desert. You can see that, but it's yeah, the landscape is very similar. It's interesting. We've been following old Paris-Dakar tracks, and it's really nice. You can recognize them. You'll probably see by now in the video now that I pointed out to you, but we've been following these mounds. And they're everywhere along our trek, always on two sides. So one is here, the other one is in the distance there. Let me see if I can point you to it. Somewhere there. And so you can, even if you wouldn't have any fancy GPS equipment, you would be able to navigate your way from Smara all the way to Dakhla by using these mounds as your guides. So that's pretty cool. Yesterday we drove about 300 kilometers and it was just in terrain like this. It's so empty. It's really funny to see. But the tracks have been like, you know, like this. It's really fuel efficient to drive on. So we've been doing like 50-60 kilometers per hour. Just cruising in 5th gear, 2-wheel drive. It's super easy. There's just nothing. Occasional tree. We found a few. This is where we camped. So that was kind of nice. We intend to drive the other 400 kilometers that we have to do on this track today because we're just making so much speed, so much progress. There's no point in staying another night along this track. So yeah, we will reach Dakhla today if everything goes well. Time to brush teeth and time to leave.
Yeah.
It's 9 a.m. A good time. We've been going earlier again. It's a little bit more, the stones are a little bit rougher than I showed you this morning. Can you show it you? But other than that, it's still the same. We found this abandoned few buildings in the middle of freaking nowhere.
With water in the well.
Wow, we drove 650 kilometers from Smara to Dakhla, straight through the Sahara. We followed old Paris-Dakar tracks and we finally reached Dakhla, a major milestone in our trip. As you could see, the landscape is desolate. There is just nothing out here. It had a beauty in its own way and it's incredibly awesome to cross this way instead of driving the coastal route. But also a little bit boring at times. But wow, did we have fun these last 10 days coming all the way from Merzouga, mainly off-road to Dakhla. From dunes through dry riverbeds and narrow canyons, straight through the Sahara. What an adventure.
Yeah, we had an okay stay there. It was a bit loud. First night there So do we have AC again, Jules?
Yep. It's cold.
So all in all, I don't know, I kind of like Dakhla. What about you?
Yeah, it was quite a nice city. Yeah. There's not so much to do, but you can find a lot of stuff because it's basically the only city in this part of Morocco.
Yeah.
And then yesterday afternoon, our friends came to the same camping spot, and we're now going together with them to cross the border into Mauritania. And in Mauritania, we're gonna do some off-road loops with them.
Will be more fun to do it together, and also it's quite remote, so it's always better to have a second vehicle with you. Tomorrow we will cross the border into Mauritania, that's the plan. Tonight we're gonna try and wild camp somewhere. There is no campsites anymore south of Dakhla towards the border, so we're gonna try and see if we're allowed to camp somewhere on the beach. I think it will be windy. And then tomorrow we are planning to reach the border by noon, because apparently in the morning it gets really crowded, and then after about 12 it should be better. So we're gonna try to cross a little bit later, and then onwards to Nouadhibou.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm really ready to go to a new country. We spent almost 7 weeks.
From 14th of September until
Now,
4th of November
yeah. I
in
think,
Morocco. So yeah, that's about 7 weeks.
yeah. So we feel Morocco is we've definitely not seen it all, but we've seen it a lot. And
If you look at the map, how we drove, we've seen it all.
yeah, I will include it so you can see what the heck we have been doing in Morocco. Yeah, no, it was we really enjoyed Morocco a lot. It was a lot of fun, but I'm really looking forward to go to the next country.
We just arrived at the Tropic of Cancer.
Look at that! The road from Dakhla south to the border, I thought it would be very boring road. I don't know why, but it's actually really nice. And it's funny because the weather keeps changing. At the moment it's only 25 degrees, but it was also 36.
About 10 kilometers ago.
Yeah, 10 kilometers ago, so it's really weird. And now we're driving in this white sand. It's really nice. In Morocco, the whole coastline is guarded by the military. So we just went to the house over there. Don't know if you can see it. And we asked for permission to camp here. And they said, sure, why not? So good for us. But look at our view. Not a bad place to camp for tonight. So we're gonna set up here. It's windy, but it will be windy everywhere. And our tent is fine. So yeah.